So, regardless of what your business is, it's going to operate the same fundamental way, which is you provide a service and the customers pay you for this service. And this holds true whether you are a pest control company or a lawyer or you run a SaaS company. And because your business operates this way, and all businesses do, they also have to answer the same question, which is, how do I gain customers? And for most businesses, you're going to do some sort of marketing. You're going to run Google ads or Facebook ads. You're going to post on social media. You're going to do SEO. You want to spend all of this time and money and effort and energy into bringing eyeballs to your company. And most businesses now want to direct these eyeballs to a very specific place. And that is your website. You pay, web developers all this money and you get your margins and your padding and put this button here and make sure you got our copywriting. Our websites are the business cards of the digital age, and they are very performant and functional and definitely help businesses out a lot. But at the same time, there's one particular flaw with websites that I believe kind of hinders them a little bit. And that's, you have to stay in a box. And that's because the monitor that you're looking at this screen while watching this video is a box. Your website lives in this box. And and all of the things inside of it are also a box, which is, here is a box that is a picture. Here's a box that is some text and a header and your logo. And here's a button that I hope somebody clicks on, okay? And you spend all this time and effort getting these eyeballs to this website. And then you have a very, very important question that you have to ask, which is, will my potential customers stick around long enough in this box for them to take the action that I want? And this is known as the conversion rate, which is, what is the percentage of people that actually visit my website and take that action that I want them to? And we know, for most businesses, based on historical data, that the answer to this question is a resounding no. And that's because the average website conversion rate hovers around single digit 2 to 5%. Now, this is obviously dependent on your niche and what products and services that you offer. But across the board, it's pretty much low, okay? And it's actually impressive that all of these companies can still flourish and scale even off of these single-digit conversions. So if we take that into consideration and we pose our initial question again, why do businesses need an AI assistant chatbot on their website? And I believe this is because we can break out of this box that these websites forces you to live in. And we can sit down and design a dynamic conversation flow of how you want your AI assistant to interact with your customers. And as part of that dynamic conversational flow, one of the things that happens is you extend the functionality of your existing business website, because you can do things that you weren't really able to before. And maybe that's, offer up products and services, answer FAQs that are, longer than the ones that you've got on your website, because you don't want to put 50 questions, on a box, because then your web developer is going to be like, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look professional. So there are a lot of different things that we can do with these AI assistants, and every single one of them extends the functionality of the website and helps break us out of this box a little bit more. And we can kind of gain a lot of benefits from doing this. And one of the main ones is you have 24/7 direct, near instant answers to questions about your company from potential customers. And when your customers interact with these AI assistants, they're going to be happy that you have the answer to these questions in such a direct manner. And this will improve your customer service across the board. And one of the side effects of this also is it's going to reduce the employee service tickets that your company is going to field. I just watched an interview recently with a guy that runs a SaaS product. And after installing his AI assistant, he's seen a 76% reduction in customer service tickets across his entire organization. Now, the obvious benefit for that is all of the employees that were taking time answering these customer service requests can now be redirected, okay, and do additional functions that help, move the needle forward in your business. Some other things that we can do. We can pre-qualify, and we can add customer leads directly into your CRM and set up these integrations and automations. That way you're getting, up-to-date real-time data from your customers interacting with your AI assistants. You can set appointments. My AI assistant on my website, after, prompting, shows my Calendly page directly to the user, which, I can just sit back and have these appointments set for me just based off my AI assistant. I can start email campaigns. We can provide lead magnets directly to your customers, and you don't have to have them click these buttons and go through these flows and sign up on this form and other, rigid box staying type of attributes. We can have this dynamic experience where we offer product suggestions. We onboard customers. We can craft a sales pitch. There's a lot of different things that we can do. And one of my favorites is you can review the transcripts and come up with some custom lead nurturing campaigns. Hey, Dave, we noticed that you asked a question about this product or service. Here's some additional information, and here's an actual video that explains us going over this topic in further detail. And when you start to have the ability to do these things, you really have this white glove experience that customers really, you get a wow factor from, and it gives you an advantage. And remember, we're dealing in, these single digit conversions, and even a small shift in those can have really, really strong effects to your bottom line. So if we take all of these, potential value propositions and we wrap them all together collectively, what is this going to give us? And I truly believe that you will boost your conversion rates, okay? And depending on how much you boost them, because these businesses operate the same way fundamentally, like we talked about, if you boost conversion rates, you will make more money as a business. And the reason that you make more money, in this case, for these AI assistants, is because you are providing a dynamic, functional experience that your customers will enjoy. And it's a win-win for you. So that's kind of it as far as, why we take the time to do this. But let's talk about, one other thing that I think is quite important to this equation, which is, what does it cost? And if we, turn back the clock 10 years, okay, chatbots have been around for a while now, okay? But what did you need to build them before? Now, if you were to go to Verizon or AT&T's website, they've had chatbots for a very long time. But in order for them to build out these behemoths, they had to hire hundreds of engineers and spend millions of dollars to build out the functionality in those chatbots. And now, thanks to advancements in AI and these large language models and what they're able to do, you no longer need to hire hundreds of developers, okay? You no longer need to spend millions of dollars, okay? And what it has done is brought the cost of these AI assistant chatbots down significantly, to a point where I believe that even small businesses would benefit from this ROI. They would return their ROI relatively quickly, because the way that I set up my particular services, and I'm not going to speak for anyone else because I only know what I have the data that I have in front of me, which is these are the businesses, what they're paying me now in order to build these, okay? I have a one-time setup fee, and this is to build out the chatbot, to test it, and to integrate it into your backend, okay? And then let's talk about the monthly retainer a little bit. Now, monthly retainer is a much, much smaller number. You're talking 5 to 10% of what this setup fee is normally, in most cases. And why do we need this monthly retainer? Okay, first off is hosting, all right? This chatbot, much like your website, has to live somewhere, okay? And we use software to build out these AI assistants and chatbots. Also maintenance, if there's any bugs or any problems go wrong, you want to make sure that you have whoever built your chatbot around and interested in you to make sure that we keep this ship afloat, okay? I also offer my clients a dashboard that allows them to view analytics and transcripts, and there's a cost associated to doing that. But the main thing is the usage, okay? Now your website, if I were somehow able to send 1 million visitors to your website tomorrow, okay, the only thing that would happen is it would slow down your website. It wouldn't cost you any more money, okay? You have a set hosting amount that you pay on a month-to-month basis. Now these AI assistants operate in the exact opposite way, okay? If I sent 1 million people to an AI assistant, every single one of those conversations would start to use tokens, okay, and would cost money. So the amount for this monthly retainer is going to range based on the expected website traffic, okay? If you run a small business and have less than 1,000 website visitors a month, the amount that you're going to pay will be much less than a mid-market size company that's getting, tens of thousands and 100,000s of visitors each month. Because like these website conversion percentages that are low, we can also estimate that a small percentage number of website visitors will interact with these chatbots to come up with what your monthly usage is going to be. So this is how I currently have my pricing set up. You guys know that I like to keep these short and sweet. I hope that this particular style of video and conversation you found helpful, because I don't hear enough people kind of going through this. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you guys later.